Good morning. Oh, let's try that again. Good morning. Buenos dias. Is there any other ways to say good morning out there? If you know one, shout it out. Bonjour. Dobre dien. E caro. Anyone else? Onano. Wonderful. Well, thank you all so much for joining us today. This is the 2018 International Education Week celebration hosted by the Office of International Education in collaboration with the Albany Business League. And this is our local forum and Taste of the World luncheon that you have joined us and are a part of today. So we thank you for coming. Give yourselves a round of applause for looking so amazing today. I am loving all of the cultural attire that we are seeing, and that's what this event is all about, celebrating all of the international people that are here that make up this university, that make up our community, really giving you all a chance to just showcase your heritage and to be able to show all the great things that Albany State is doing in our community in the way of international education. So we're going to hear so much more about that shortly, but I want to, again, welcome you. My name is Sherelle Bird. I'll be serving as your MC for today. I'm the chair of the Albany Business League, and I'm very, very excited about the partnership that we forged with the Office of International Education as one of our initiatives to ensure that multiculturalism and heritage is celebrated in the city of Albany. So we're very excited, and we are grateful to Dr. Osakwe for extending this opportunity to us. So before we get started, I do want to recognize the Albany Business League Board of Directors. We have a few that are here today. If you could just wave your hand at us, if you can give them a round of applause for joining us today. And so without further ado, how many of you all, did you all enjoy the global fair with all of the wonderful offerings from the students of the international education? Let's give them a round of applause for their great efforts with the fair. All right, so we're going to start with our program. Unfortunately, President Marion Frederick could not be here today. They have some very serious business going on today, so she was not able to join us this afternoon. So our welcome will be brought to us by none other than Dr. Osakwe, who is the director of the Office of International Education. She will be bringing the welcome on her behalf.
Thank you very much, Ms. Bird, for that wonderful welcome. I thank you all very much for coming. This is a special moment and time for us. And if you are here, it's because you value international education, you value Albany State University, and you value everything that we do here. So we are really, really proud of you all, and we appreciate your coming. This morning, my name is Nora Osakwe, Neka Nora Osakwe. I'm originally from Nigeria, but I've been in this country forever. I came in here as an international student far back after my high school, and I've been here for that length of time. I bring you greetings on behalf of the president, who is unavoidably absent this morning. Yeah, we have some special visitors on campus that she's attending to. So she wanted me to say thank you to all of you for coming and for being here for our International Education Week. Distinguished guests, Honorable Mayor Hubert, Honorable State Representative Kavia Hobson, Deans, chairs, faculty, staff, and students, beloved community leaders and members and friends, and all the entrepreneurs we have in the community. I bring you greetings from President Frederick, who is unavoidably absent here, and wants to welcome all of you visitors to our campus. President Frederick extends her warm appreciation to all of you and would like to reiterate a few important points regarding international education at Albany State University, nationally and statewide. Albany State University is committed to bring international education to the center of the administration and making it a priority. And without doubt, President Frederick recognizes the importance of international education as an imperative component of quality education. So the administration recognizes that the 21st century graduates require interdisciplinary global knowledge of the cultural and political differences that impacts all of us. And because of this, they are strongly committed to expanding study abroad programs at Albany State. They are committed to bringing in more international students. They are committed to more international collaborations and collaborations with global partners in the community. They are committed to having exchange programs, knowing that these are critical components that add to quality education in the 21st century. At Albany State University, these components are critical to ensuring that we graduate students who are marketable and who are global leaders of tomorrow. In recognizing this, President Frederick in April accepted an invitation from the American Council on Education, and some of you may know about this association. It's the most prestigious association of education in the US and nationally. They take care of standardizing education in US and making sure that proper assessment is established. So this organization extended an invitation to Albany State to join the internationalization of the curriculum in 2018. And President Frederick warmly accepted this invitation and made financial commitment that will enable us to join 11 institutions, nationally recognized institutions, who will be part of this lab for 2 years. Now, internationalization simply means ensuring that global learning, cultural learning, intercultural education is part of learning at Albany State. And we do this by making sure that the administration, our strategic plan, all integrates global learning. We also do this by ensuring that our curriculum and co-curriculum, as well as our other global engagements, integrates internationalization. So in signing to be part of this, this initiative, Albany State stands to expand all the components of internationalization at Albany State. In signing this collaboration, Albany State will benefit from having the faculty trained. They will also benefit in having other global integration at Albany State. It will also help to give Albany State the visibility that we require in order to change the way that we are perceived, both nationally and internationally. So, on behalf of the President, I wish you all pleasant participation as we engage in our International Education Week today. And we want you to feel free to enjoy whatever entertainment that we have to offer you today. So welcome on behalf of the President. Thank you so much.
All right. Take this down. Can everyone hear in the back? Yeah. Excellent. Okay. Next on our program, we are going to welcome, let me check before I move forward. Is the Royal Court, anyone from SGA here today? No? Okay. Well, it is my pleasure to welcome to you a lady who is so busy making sure that our community has all that it needs. And I know in the wake of us just having a hurricane, she's extremely busy, but she thought it not robbery to stop by and to see us and to help us celebrate International Education Week. So I want to welcome to some and to introduce to others none other than the mayor of the city of Albany, Georgia, Mayor Dorothy Hubbard. Let's give her a round of applause as she presents our mayoral proclamation.
So good morning. Is it still morning or afternoon? Let me just say how delighted I am to be here today to present this proclamation. I think that the things that are being done here in terms of international education are just wonderful. And I know that we need to have our students interact with students from all over the world, and other students from all over the world need to interact with us. With the way our climate is in our country, it is so important for us to be able to get along with our neighbors, but certainly it is important for us to be able to get along with other countries. So that is why I'm here. That's why I would not have missed this. I was telling them I had a little urgent change this morning with the storm and all the things that are going on in our lives here in the city from Hurricane Michael. I had someone from the Corps of Engineers who wanted to meet with me, and I was like, I'm going to meet, but I got to get to Albany State because I got to be a part of this international education. So here I am, and I am always delighted to be able to present as a graduate of Albany State University to be able to present the mayoral proclamation to the International Education Week, during International Education Week. So if you will indulge me, I will present to you by the mayor of the city of Albany, Georgia, a proclamation, and it reads as follows. Whereas, within the context of the Board of Regents' new strategic plan and other dynamic factors that are transforming undergraduate education in the United States and around the world, global knowledge, skills, and attitudes have become core expectations of student learning. And whereas Albany State University has contributed much to our community, with the graduates playing a vital role in Dougherty County's history and growth. And whereas Albany State University's International Education Celebration is being observed on November 7, 2018. And whereas Albany State University's International Week brings more awareness about global knowledge and skills among our students, faculty, and staff. And whereas Albany State University will closely work with the Board of Regents of the University System of Georgia in bringing out all the changes required to meet the current challenges of preparing students for success in the 21st century. Now, therefore, I, Dorothy Hubbard, Mayor of the City of Albany, Georgia, do hereby proclaim November 5th through 9th, 2018 as International Education Week in the City of Albany. And I commend Albany State University for its commitment to higher education, including international education. I further encourage the students, administration, faculty, and staff of Albany State University to continue in their endeavors to provide and promote international education. In witness whereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of the City of Albany, Georgia to be affixed. And it's signed, Dorothy Hubbard, Mayor, Sonia Tarver, City Clerk. Thank you. Congratulations.
To the forward.
Yes, let's give another round of applause. Thank you so much, Mayor Hubbard, for that presentation. All right, so you've already heard from her, but I want to tell you a little bit about just how awesome and what a jewel that we have here in Albany, Georgia, in Dr. Nika Nora Osakwe. She is currently the president of English and the director of the Office of International Education and has been serving in higher education for over 28 years. She leads ASU's internationalization efforts, which ensure high academic quality for students through study abroad, international students enrollment, curriculum and co-curriculum internationalization, global learning engagements, and international partnerships. She recently initiated the acceptance of ASU as one of 11 institutions to participate in the American Council on Education Internationalization Lab 2018 through 2020. Dr. Osakwe also led a Title III faculty professional development project that helped faculty members to internationalize several courses across disciplines and publish their outcomes in a special issue journal. She developed and led the first ASU study abroad programs in China, Peru, and Ghana, and mentors faculty to lead new programs to various countries. Dr. Osakwe is a 2018 recipient of the U.S. Department of Education Undergraduate International Studies and Foreign Language Grant, get this, of $88,000 to the university. Absolutely. Through this project, she will foster ASU pathways to Africa, Asia, the Caribbean, and North and South America. She studied English curriculum studies and English language teaching and supervision of instruction from Texas Women's University, the University of Nigeria, the University of Jos in Nigeria, the University College of St. Mark and St. John, Plymouth, UK, respectively, and earned a BA cum laude and an MA, and a whole lot of other MEDs and PhDs behind her name. She is a recipient of the Fulbright Hayes Faculty Program in Malaysia as well as Singapore, and a research fellow of the American Association of University Women at the Houston Research Center at Clemson University. She is also a Rockefeller Foundation resident fellow of the Bellagio Study and Conference Center of Italy, and a study fellow of the British Council ODA at the University College of St. Mark and St. John in Plymouth, United Kingdom. What a treasure you all have here, we all have in our community, in Dr. Nora Osakwe, who's going to return now to bring her open remarks. Let's give her a round of applause.
Yeah, again, I welcome all of you to this assemblage. I'm very proud to be associated with ASU for the length of time that I've been here. And it's a great privilege to have a lot of you commit to this number of hours for today's event. Somebody might ask, why do we always do this annually? We do this annually because it's an international commitment that every institution globally will do in order to showcase what international education opportunities exist on campus, what international students and different countries they have, what study abroad opportunities we have, what internationalization curriculum activities we've done, and other global partnership showcasing everything that we've done. It's an opportunity to show that ASU and its administration is committed to bringing the highest quality of education to the students. And so that we can provide whatever you can find anywhere else in the world, you can find it here. And that shows because we have over 50 international-based faculty here on ASU campus. But who would ever think so? But they are all here. Please, if you are international faculty-based, could you please show your hand or just stand up for a minute? International-based faculty, I know all of them are very busy, but please stand to be recognized. Please give them a round of applause. Thank you. If you have led a study abroad program at Albany State, could you please stand to be recognized and applauded, please? If you have led or still planning to lead a program, coming year. Could you please stand? Study abroad coordinators. Thank you so much. If you are an international student who have left your country and committed to coming to ASU because you think ASU is offering you the quality of education that you deserve, please stand up and let us recognize you. If you are an international student, can you stand up, please? I know a lot of you are here. The international students bring a lot of quality to this campus. Without them, we would not be said to be offering quality education. The students at ASU who are from Southwest Georgia, some of them have never traveled. Some of them have not gone beyond the US. Some of them have actually not gone beyond Atlanta. So they deserve to interact, have intercultural communication with these students who come from far and wide. So these international students bring quality to this campus. They bring their culture, they showcase their country, and you have opportunity to ask them questions, you have opportunity to interact with them, and as a matter of fact, consider even traveling and going to these countries. If they have the courage to come here and spend 4 years, you also deserve to go there for even 1 month. And that is why we organize the study abroad programs. We have presently 12 study abroad programs that will be launching out in 2012. We are having students, 2 groups of students led by criminal justice, the other department, nursing program, going to India. We have a program from the College of Business going to Belize. So almost all the colleges have programs, and these are opportunity for our students to travel abroad, study abroad, obtain credits, and come back to ASU. These are opportunities that only students who are undergraduates or graduates of this university have a privilege to participate. And it's not an ordinary opportunity, and it's a big sacrifice for our faculty who develop their courses and sacrifice to take these students abroad and take them and have them over there for a whole month. You know what it means to take adolescents outside of the country. And they do this, depriving themselves of their personal freedom to do this. So we really appreciate this faculty, and we appreciate the students who commit without knowing where they are going and still say, we will go. We have the study abroad alumni, those who studied abroad this year, and those who studied abroad previous years. So if you are a study abroad ambassador, could you please stand and let's recognize you, study abroad ambassadors. Thank you very much. We rely on these students to touch the lives of those who have not studied abroad. They help us to encourage them to study abroad, to register and go abroad. And so we have what we call the Global Learning class presentations. This semester alone, we have 9 students from this group that have presented their study abroad experiences in classrooms. And this is what we do to integrate that learning that these students are bringing back to the students who have not gone abroad. We also have the international students do global learning presentations in class and provide an opportunity for the students to ask them questions about their country. So these are the opportunities that we've created for students who have not traveled anywhere to get that motivation to step out and study abroad before they graduate. We also offer free passports to our students who commit to study abroad. Last year, we signed an agreement with the Council on International Educational Exchange to offer 100 free passports to our students who are studying abroad. And we issued 100 passports. This year, we are continuing that initiative, and we are giving out, we've taken that initiative with the support of the Student Activity, Student Affairs Department. We are issuing 50 free passports to all those who sign up to study abroad next year in 2019. So these are things that ASU do to make sure that our students get a global experience. We have collaborative partnerships internationally that help us to implement our programs. We sign memorandum of understanding with these universities, and they help us to host our students when they travel abroad. We are also planning intently to bring in international students because we need to grow the number so that we will have the required number to interact with our growing enrollment. And so we have partnerships in Nigeria, in China, in Belize, in India, and several other countries to help us to grow our international student number. At this event too, we want to recognize departments and programs that have helped to expand our global learning. We have special departments like the honors program. They've done extraordinarily great initiatives to make sure that our students participate in global learning. This year, we have the honors program, well directed by Dr. Lyons, led students to do a presentation in Germany, and they just came back last week. One of our intentions is also to honor such things because we are encouraging more departments to get into these initiatives. ASU happened to be one of the 10 institutions that had a student receive the Frederick Douglass Global Fellowship Award. And so we had that student. He studied abroad in South Africa, Chiagoziem Ago. So we also will have to acknowledge and recognize them. We have students who received the Gilman Scholarship to study abroad this year, and we recognize and also present them with an award in this. We also recognize all our partnerships in the different colleges and departments who help us with judging students for the Study Abroad Fair and recognizing and selecting the best study abroad student for the year. So all this we do because it's imperative that 21st century institutions embody international learning, integrate culture and language, foreign language in their learning. And these are the ways we have this established. So I welcome all of you, and we appreciate all of you that are here and hope you will enjoy the luncheon. We'll go ahead with the award ceremony with recognizing the students who have done very well. And I'm going to invite Ms. Bird to go ahead and let us know how to go with this.
All right, I'm going to start with Humboldt University.
Yes.
And we're going to invite Dr. Lyons. Is she present? Dr. Lyons, Dr. Florence Lyons, if you'll come up as we present our Humboldt University of Berlin, Germany panel students. Absolutely. This is Dr. Florence Lyons, our Honors Program Director. All right, so the first student we're going to present is Levi Cobell. Is he here with us today? Levi Cobell. Okay. The next student is Kristen Martin. And the next student is Sabrina Netters. All right, well, let's give them a round of applause for participating in the Humboldt University Berlin panel students.
They can come up here and then we should stand up here.
All right, next is our Frederick Douglass Global Fellowship Scholar. And this award is presented to Chigozian Sylvester Agu.
Yeah, we can do this.
All right. Next will be our Southeast Model African Union delegates.
Okay, yeah.
Starting with Christine Yama. Osvaldo Rodriguez III. Morgan Bush. Kiana Jackson. Ronisha Scott. And Jakaris Burns. If Dr. Dankwa would join us. Dr. Dankwa? All right. Next, our Benjamin A. Gilman Scholarship recipients. Starting with Tamia Hurst. Is Tamia here? Okay. Alicia Thomason. Nakesia Patrick. Okay. All right. And finally, we're going to move on to actually our International Student Awards. And these are students who have achieved and are receiving special honors from the Office of International Education. Starting with our first student, the 2018 International Student Service and Academic Award goes to Aisha Modolani. Aisha Modolani is a senior international student from Nigeria studying biological science at Albany State University. She was recently accepted into Nova Southeastern University, the College of Osteopathic Medicine, as a first-year medical student for the fall of 2019. Absolutely. As a student assistant for the Office of International Education, she's actively engaged in on-campus global events, working as a student editor for the Global Issues magazine, and she's also the president of the Global Ambassadors. She's been involved in scientific research at a biotechnology lab and computational chemistry lab at Albany State University, and was the recipient of an internship at Indiana University at Purdue University in Indianapolis, and conducted research on Down syndrome. She was one of 10 students selected nationwide to give an oral presentation at the annual Emory STEM Symposium. Congratulations again to Aisha. Next, we have our International Student Special Service Award, which goes to Manuel Gabari. Manuel Gabari is a well-rounded member of the Spanish community. He hails from Spain, and he's explored different areas of education such as management, microsystems, and networks. He's also studied professional education in music, in which the piano was his main instrument. He has performed in many concerts in the Professional Conservatory of Music in Ferrol, Spain from 1999 to 2004. After running his own business called Gabari y Rios SC, He moved to Norway not only to help his family, but to learn from other cultures. This inspired him to do more in the years to come by traveling to France, the Dominican Republic, Portugal, the Czech Republic, Belgium, and last but not least, the United States of America, where he decided to return to studying management at Albany State University. He says, there are unbelievable experiences waiting for you out of your country. Exploring them will bring you unexpected knowledge and will enrich your life and give you a better understanding of what is happening around the world. Open your eyes and your mind and let the world talk to you. Congratulations, Manuel Navarro. International Student Service Award recipient, Mr. Jerrison Englehart. Originally from Curacao, Jerrison Englehart is a 28-year-old cum laude graduate of Darton State College. He is fluent in Spanish, English, Dutch, and, you have to help me say this, Papiamentu? All right. During his time at Darton State College, he served as the president of the Student Government Association. He is now, as a student at Albany State University, Garrison has served many leadership capacities, including international student mentor and student assistant in the Office of International Education, having created a program called Country Project. He currently serves as a student assistant for the Office of Student Life and Engagement, and he will graduate in December with a degree in accounting. He says, I like everything that has to do with business and financial problems, which is why he's majoring in business administration and completing his accounting degree, his bachelor's degree in accounting. He's always worked towards accomplishing his goals. Honesty is one of his best characteristics. Being someone important and having the resources to help others is who he wants to become. Congratulations, Jerrison. And last but certainly not least, the Best Study Abroad Student Award goes to none other than Miss Alicia Thomason. Alicia Thompson is a senior nursing major at Albany State University, and she hails from Columbus, Georgia. This past summer, she traveled to Kerala, India, with Mrs. Rod, Dr. Childs, and 3 other classmates, and she said their journey abroad was 3 weeks of learning, adapting, and bonding. After obtaining her BSN in May of 2019, she plans to work at Emory University Hospital in Atlanta, Georgia as a critical care nurse before going back to obtain her master's degree in nursing. Alicia encourages not only nursing students, but all students to study abroad for professional and personal development. Alicia says this was a humbling experience that has taught her not only to be thankful for the little things that are often taken for granted here in the United States, but also to interact with individuals who are from another culture. She feels that study abroad is all about is coming out of your comfort zone and growing as a person. These are lifelong skills that follow her as she advances her career. Congratulations, Alicia Thompson. All right, I'm going to present now Ms. Mary Davis, who is the student coordinator in the Office of International Education, and she will be presenting our Study Abroad Student Awards.
Hey everyone. So we're actually going to call you up by cohort. I know some of our Study Abroad alumni have moved on to bigger and better things and graduated. Many of them have full-time jobs and internships and were unable to come today. But on behalf of the 2018 Spring Break to Jamaica Social Work Study Abroad, can I please invite those members of the cohort from the Spring Break? Raven's going to be accepting on behalf of Joy Bell, Sherelle Dodson, Brandis Luttrell, Kenesha Thomas, Brittany Welch, Santiana Wright, and Brianna Wright. For our other Spring Break 2018 trip to Paris and London, Renisha Scott, Destiny Wilkerson, Tiana Rogers, Adriana Millette, and Kira Collins, if you could come forward. On behalf of our Belize cohort, who studied business this past summer with Dr. Mons, can Jamarius Allen, Tamara Clark, Damian Horton, and Amber Whitaker please step forward? Our Nursing in India Study Abroad cohort, Edward Carter, Makara Thale, Alicia Thomason, and Paul Uriah. And last but certainly not least, our Trinidad and Tobago Social Work Study Abroad over the summer cohort, Asia Clemens, Kendra Curtis, Tamia Hurst, Vivia Johnson, Nikisia Patrick, and Charmaine Mathis. All of the aforementioned students participated in our ASU faculty-led programs. We have students who then ventured out on their own and sought external programs because they had a passion to go to a different area of the world or study something unique to their major. Can I please bring forward Chiagozim, who went to South Africa for the Frederick Douglass participation. Also with CIEE, Morgan Bush and Tajorian Jenkins, who both participated in an external program over the summer to Barcelona and Buenos Aires. And also our Camp Adventure participants, Ms. Zaria Jones-Dudley and Rachel Murray.
Let's give these wonderful students another round of applause. I guarantee if you haven't already started thinking about traveling abroad, you will certainly do that before you leave today. I'm always so inspired by Dr. Osagwe. She was actually the reason why I took my first trip abroad. So if there's any students in here who are thinking about traveling abroad, or even any business leaders who are wanting to do business abroad, this is certainly the woman that you will want to connect with and talk to before you leave today. All right, next on our program, we are going to welcome someone who is going to stand in the place of Dr. Rajiv Parikh, and she's going to speak to us about the importance of travel abroad, and it's none other than Dr. Ronnie George.
Good afternoon. And in my language, Vandanam. Hope you're all enjoying the coming together of all cultures around the world right here at the unsinkable Albany State University. I'm extremely humbled and greatly honored to bring greetings and a short presentation on behalf of our interim provost, Dr. Rajiv Parikh. When I was a child, my father used to say, how much wiser is a fool who travels than the fool who stays at home. One of my early experiences was through a concept that many of you may not know, pen pal. As a teen, I had a pen pal in the US with whom I communicated by writing letters regularly. The high school I attended celebrated United Nations Day every 24th of October, and every high school class participated in week-long exhibitions featuring a country. That was International Education Week, like we're celebrating now, but that was almost 4 decades ago. We concluded the week with an international cultural dance and song event. When I was a college student in India, I was one of 5 students who were selected to spend a day on board the SS Universe, a ship that was docked at the Chennai harbor. On board were students from all over North America participating in the Semester at Sea program. This was the beginning of my travel bug. Unfortunately, I had to wait a few more years before I traveled to my first foreign land, the United States of America. Since then, I have traveled to over 30 countries, including countries in North and South America, Europe, Africa, Asia, and the Middle East. Saint Augustine once said, "The world is a book, and those who do not travel read only a page." Travel broadens our horizons and makes us step out of our comfort zone. We get to see people of other cultures and we learn new languages, taste new foods, and get to know their rich cultural heritage. We often move from one time zone to another so quickly that sometimes there is even a night and day difference. For example, Sydney, Australia is 16 hours ahead of us. When it is day in the US, it is night in Sydney. And let me tell you that now it's probably past 4:30 a.m. Thursday, November 8th in Sydney. Traveling the world is a very expensive hobby. So what better way to travel than through study abroad? I wish I were a student now and I could trot around the globe by participating in study abroad programs at ASU, including France, Belize, India, China, Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, just to name a few. Now, just a little history. America's first study abroad program was launched in the University of Delaware in Newark, Delaware, and that happens to be my alma mater, in 1923, when a young professor walked into President Houlihan's office with a daring plan. He wanted to send students abroad for their junior year. On July 7, 1923, the first Delaware group of 8 juniors sailed for France to study French. In the 2015-2016 academic year, about 1.6% of all US students enrolled at institutions of higher education in the US studied abroad for credit. Sadly, only a small percentage of current American college students will ever study abroad. American students aren't as globally minded as their peers from other countries. It's time to change this. So why study abroad? 1, improve employment opportunities. The results of a 2014 survey calls for a continuing need for international business education in the US, with increased emphasis on intercultural communication, foreign language skills, and international experience. The report goes on to say that at the very least, all business graduates need to have an appreciation for cross-cultural differences and a global perspective. One way to do this is to participate in a study abroad program. You may be aware that most executive MBA programs in the US have an international component where students study for at least a few weeks in a foreign country. Number 2, overcome fears and prejudices. Seeing for oneself is always more potent than just reading, guessing, or simply buying into the prejudices and thinking about others that way. We come to know that we are all human and there are more similarities than differences. Better grades and graduation rates. An assessment by the University System of Georgia found that students who studied abroad had a 17.8% higher 4-year graduation rate than those who did not study abroad. Indiana University reported that study abroad students earned higher grades and completed degrees in 4 years at a higher rate than their peers. 4, become a savvy traveler. We learn to make travel plans, travel using different modes of transportation, learn to navigate through airports, and learn to live in different lands, eating different foods. 5, expand your worldview. You learn more about the world by traveling around the globe. Furthermore, experiencing life abroad will enable you to see your own culture through a new perspective. The way you see yourself, your country, and the world will undoubtedly change. Number 6, personal development. You break out of your comfort zone, learn more about yourself, know who you are and what's important for you. Discover what you want out of life, boost your self-confidence, and become a more independent person while you're in a different country. Number 7, learn about the culture. Immersing yourself in a totally different culture is powerful. You'll experience things like trying different foods, celebrating traditional customs, and learning the history of another country. And finally, number 8, learn new languages. Language teachers say being totally immersed in a culture that speaks the language you want to learn is the quickest and most effective way to learn it. With globalization, being competent in more than one language is very important to land a job in certain fields. Remember that your entry into countries around the world requires that you have a passport. If you do not have a passport, please apply for one, and you just heard of all the opportunities that are available. Your American passport is one of the most respected passports in the world and opens doors in many countries. Let me conclude with a quote from Mark Twain. 20 years from now, you'll be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the ones you did do. So throw off the bowlines, sail away from the safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sails, explore, dream, discover. Happy travels. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. George. All right, well, we're going to have the opportunity to do one of the things she said, one of her tips, I think it was number 6, and that's try some different foods today from different cultures. So we want to thank Albany State University's catering department for our wonderful Taste of the World luncheon that you are about to enjoy. I'm going to encourage you to meet someone you've never met before, particularly someone that is of another country or has traveled to another country as we break and serve ourselves. We're going to give ourselves about 15 minutes and then we're going to come back and start our program. If you, and I don't know if they're on the tables, but we do have surveys that we would like for you to complete before you leave today, just to let us know what you think about the program. So without further ado, you can go ahead and grab lunch. Enjoy the Taste of the World luncheon, and we'll see you back in about 15 minutes.